Friends, I have big news from the Internal Revenue Service. The IRS has just announced that over 4 million Americans are owed $3.7 billion in stimulus checks, and over $1,000 in extra relief money may be available for you to claim right now. But there is a deadline that is coming up that you need to take action by in order to receive this aid. Experts are urging that all eligible Americans take action to claim this stimulus payment before it is too late. Friends, please make sure you watch until the end of this video, because I will be sharing with you how you can receive this extra relief. And to say thank you for joining me here every day, I'm giving away 4 $75 Walmart gift cards every week. Please enter the giveaways by clicking and liking several of my videos and commenting below the keyword of each video that you watch. Also, friends, in the months of October, November, and December, I will be giving away surprise $200 gift cards to those of you that have been in this community for several months. I know right now may be a very difficult time for millions of Americans, and I'm committed to supporting all of you as much as possible.
As a leading advocate for lower drug prices in the Senate, number one, I've hauled big pharma and pharmacy benefit managers executives before my committee of Congress. Second, I led a 2-year bipartisan investigation into insulin price gouging. And 3, introduced bipartisan reforms to lower the cost of insulin and many other prescription drugs. In the past few years, legislation I've championed into law has saved the taxpayers $9.6 billion. Right now, the Senate is not acting on bipartisan legislation to lower drug costs. I support a bipartisan plan by Senators Collins and Shaheen that establishes a $35 out-of-pocket cap on insulin for patients with private insurance, while also, this bill also reforms PBMs, the powerful middlemen who are behind rising drug prices, because if you don't address PBM reform, a cap on out-of-pocket costs will only result in shifting patient costs somewhere else. In my 2-year bipartisan insulin investigation, we found that a drug's list price is tied to rebates and other fees that drug companies have to pay the PBMs. The scheme encourages drug makers to spike the list price of the drug to offer a greater rebate, and then you know what happens in turn? Secure priority placement.
Stimulus money was a lifeline for individuals and families throughout the crisis. But not everyone received all of their money deposited into their bank accounts. In fact, a new report from the Treasury Inspector General for Tax Administration revealed that the IRS failed to send out an important financial relief payment to as many as 4.1 million U.S. households. The unpaid stimulus money totaled around $3.7 billion, and some eligible families could potentially still claim this money. The audit conducted by the Treasury Inspector General for Tax Administration revealed that the IRS had failed to send out an important form of stimulus that was authorized in the American Rescue Plan Act. Specifically, the IRS missed about 4.1 million payments due under the expanded child tax credit that this Crisis Relief Act authorized. The American Rescue Plan Act changed the existing child tax credit, which was worth up to $2,000 per child. The entire amount was refundable, and payments of half the credit were made in the form of a monthly deposit of $250 or $300 that took place between July and December 2021. The Treasury Inspector General found that the IRS had distributed 98% of the money properly, but the remaining 2% was a huge sum. The unpaid money collectively added up to $3.7 billion. Unfortunately, at the same time, more than $1.1 billion was sent out to 1.5 million tax filers who were not actually eligible for the credit. The IRS indicates it has taken some steps to correct this, including preventing further payments for taxpayers who are not actually eligible for the credit. If you are among the 19 million individuals who asked the IRS for another 6 months to file their taxes in 2022, time is almost up. Almost 1 in 8 taxpayers asked for an extension to file their taxes this year, which expects a total of about 160 million tax returns to be filed in 2022. While most Americans file their returns before the traditional April 15th deadline, people who needed more time were able to automatically receive another 6 months from the tax agency in order to get their files in order. Typically, about 1 in 10 taxpayers ask for an extension, but this year may have seen a jump in requests for extra time because of the ongoing crisis and the complexity of a tax year that also included the enhanced child tax credit and many other tax changes. This year, the tax extension deadline for filing your 2021 return is October 17th, rather than the typical date of October 15th, because the 15th falls on a Saturday. Yet, while that gives taxpayers a little more breathing room, experts recommend filing as soon as possible in order to avoid last-minute pitfalls. They also recommend sending your return electronically, since the IRS has struggled with processing paper returns during the crisis. So if you filled out a Form 4868 before this year's April tax deadline, you received an automatic 6-month extension to file your taxes. If you underpaid your taxes and owe money to the IRS, those payments were actually due in April. In other words, receiving an extension to file your taxes does not give you an extension to pay the IRS. According to CBS News, people who fail to file their return by the extended tax deadline will face harsher penalties. The IRS charges 5% of the unpaid taxes for each month that a tax return is late, or 10 times more than the underpayment penalty. The tax agency also charges interest on the penalty. Friends, the key word for this video today is Sugarloaf Mountain. If you would like to enter tomorrow's Walmart gift card giveaway, please click and like several of my videos, and then comment below this keyword, which is Sugarloaf Mountain, and additional keywords of any video of mine that you watch. And do make sure, friends, that you are subscribed to my channel. Remember, friends, that the more videos that you watch and then also leave a comment on, the greater your chances of winning these giveaways. The winner of yesterday's Walmart gift card giveaway is Lisa McMorris. Congratulations, my dear friend. To claim your gift card, please check your notifications page and send me an email. Or you can also send me a message on my Facebook page. Thank you, friends, and have a wonderful and blessed Monday.